It was early October, Joe, right around, after the first week of October, taking place for over a period of, let's call it around 3 weeks, right until very recently. So that sort of gives you a time. Let's call it 3 to 4 weeks of talks between the two. Disney does appear to have been the one that originally approached. And they're not talking now. Will they come back together? It's always possible, certainly.
Fox approached Disney, David?
No, I think my sense
is Michael Wolff say Fox was approached. So he doesn't know, does he?
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. I don't know why he would know. I don't think that's right, and I think I would be in a better position to know, but I'm not going to argue with other reporters.
I'm glad I asked you that, just to hear you say, I thought they were adding assets with Sky, right? I mean, and now does this mean they know they're not going to get Sky?
I think it certainly sheds some light on their lack of optimism in terms of dealing with the UK regulators on Sky. Yeah, I think that's one takeaway from this. And listen, the reason I think the story is important, regardless of whether these talks ever came to fruition, Joe, is the very thing you raised, which is it shows the willingness on the part of certainly a Fox, and I think we'll see others as well in traditional media, to consider doing all sorts of different things that their shareholder base probably never thought they would in the face of this incredibly rapidly changing media landscape. When you're Fox and you look up and you see Amazon and Netflix and Google and Facebook and even a Microsoft with LinkedIn, all the different ways that, and Netflix, of course, all the different ways that digital video and just media in terms of its distribution is changing, you think, do we have the scale to compete? And I think that is the key takeaway here. So whether or not Disney ends up with these assets that we reported they were negotiating to buy from Fox or not, you've got to consider that all of these companies are really trying to figure out what can we possibly do, because the landscape is changing under our feet so quickly.
David, but dissect two pieces for me. One is, does this suggest that Disney, if Disney really was the first mover on this, feels like they need to buy more content? So if not Fox, and we've had a lot of conversations about if Fox doesn't go to Disney, where Fox will go, but if not Fox for Disney, where does Disney go?
I think Disney, of all the companies, Andrew, does still have the most scale, right? If we're talking about a scale business and being able to compete, they can pull from Netflix. They can create a direct-to-consumer offering that many people believe will be successful. But it certainly wouldn't hurt to have Avatar. It certainly wouldn't hurt to have the TV production arm of the Fox studio. It certainly wouldn't hurt to have all of that new, what they like to call, it's this new thing, they call it IP now, their intellectual property in media, for that direct-to-consumer offering. There's no doubt about it. Internationally as well, I think Disney would love to have had, or would love to have, those assets. Now, what they were willing to pay for it exactly, we couldn't determine, Andrew, but I think on their part, there was a desire, there is a continued desire to get bigger in these key areas.
What would the stub do? What's left over do?
It's funny, Joe. Yeah, it's a pretty significant company that's left over. I think maybe that got lost yesterday in some of the reporting. I mean, you're talking about the Fox Broadcast Network, Fox News, Fox Business.
Wait a minute.
The
Fox has a business
the O&Os,
Fox has
the RSNs, the regional sports networks, and Fox Sports. In fact, that is a larger contributor to cash flow overall than is what they would have been dispatching in any deal with Disney. And they'd look a lot like CBS, wouldn't they? I mean, it would be a news and sports company, very similar to what CBS is with a broadcast network.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.